Hi everybody, a lot of you asked for more beautiful books video, so I am going to show you this. This is something I've just received. This is from, not from Folio Society, but it is Folio Society's edition, so plain slipcase. I'll put this aside. And this is part of a series of 12 fairy tales books, edited quite famously by Andrew Lang. And Andrew Lang is actually a writer and an anthropologist, I believe, in his own right, but it's quite ironic that he's most known for editing, for selecting, and for putting together these series of fairy tales, a lot of them in the late 1800s, early 1900s, were never heard in the English language, or never heard told in the English language before. So now the binding here is a little bit, not quite sure why this feels a bit hollow, so there isn't a curve here. It's quite flat, but you can tell it is definitely Smith's sewn binding here. So it lies on, as you can see there, quite flat cardboard. The original are absolutely amazing. I will try to insert some photos of the original. This is the blue fairy book, and Folio Society there. So as you can see, it's a bit that kind of moving like this, a little bit of scuffs because this is second hand, because I've completely missed when this was published for the first time. The one that's currently on Folio Society's webpage is the, I believe, the pink and the red fairy tale books, and they're both sold out. Beautiful, beautiful illustration. Absolutely beautiful. And so let's take a look at the front of the book and see what it says. So look at that. The Blue Fairy book, edited by Andrew Lang, with an introduction by Joan Aitken. Paintings and decorations by Charles van Sandwyk. The Folio Society, 2003. So there it is, C. van Sandwyk here. There's a signature there. And then it says introduction by Joan Aitken, 2003, illustration by Charles van Sandwyk, 2003. So the illustrations are new. The Blue Fairy book was first published by Longmans Green & Co. in 1889. This edition follows the 1889 edition of the text with some minor emendations. So the images or the illustrations are all new, originated in 2003. I've seen some of the original Blue Fairy book from this particular edition here, the Longmans Green & Co. in 1889, and they're beautiful, but they're about $1,000 a pop, and the ones that's a bit more affordable are so badly damaged that it's just too much responsibility to care for them, I suppose. Once you collect, sometimes you are in a position of feeling like you're not so much an owner, but you are a custodian of it, really, for the next generation to have it, you know. Set in Founders Caslon at Folio Society, printed in Great Britain by Cambridge University Press on Caxton wove paper, and bound by them in full buckram, blocked with a design by the artist. So it's bound in buckram and printed on Caxton. That's really nice, really, really nice. I could see the gold gilding there. Very, very lovely, lovely, lovely. So, editor's preface here: the bronze ring, Prince Hyacinth and the Dear Little Princess, East of the Sun and West of the Moon, the Yellow Dwarf, Little Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty in the Wood, Cinderella or the Little Glass Slipper, Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp. Let me try to make sure we are focused. The Tale of a Youth Who Set Out to Learn What Fear Was, Rumpelstiltskin, Beauty and the Beast, The Master Maid, Why the Sea is Salt, The Master Cat or Puss in Boots, Felicia and the Pot of Pinks, The White Cat, The Water Lily, The Gold Spinners, The Terrible Head, The Story of Pretty Goldilocks, The History of Whittington, The Wonderful Sheep, Little Thumb, The 40 Thieves, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and Rose Red, The Goose Girl, Toads and Diamonds, Prince Darling, Bluebeard, Trusty John, The Brave Little Tailor, A Voyage to Lilliput, The Prince on the Glass Hill, The Story of Prince Ahmed and Fairy Paribanu, The History of Jack the Giant Killer, The Black Bull of Norway, The Red Aten. And then we go to the illustration list here, and then there's an introduction which I will not read to you. Now I need to find a way to better set this up because this is quite hard on the wrist and on the arm. I may have to get one of those book stands that people often use with big books. And so that's Charles van Sandwyk's illustration. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not quite sure how collectible these are, the Folio Society's edition. Certainly the original is highly collectible, but that's serious collecting. I know there's 12 and I only managed to gather 5 of them. Blue, red, pink, green, yellow, and I think that's it. I can't remember. Yeah. Blue, red, green, yellow. And pink. Those are the colors that I have for the moment. Beautifully drawn end papers. Blue Fairy book, edited by Andrew Lang, the famous Blue Fairy book. Folio Society edition with blue, that's lovely. It's interesting, I've never seen just the top blue and then everything else is white, so. With gold gilded illustration at the buckram bound.